Want daily interviews with real estate investors and none of the fluff? Go to bestevershow.com, where Joe Fairless interviews daily real estate investors and entrepreneurs about their best advice ever. Go to bestevershow.com. Adam Adams has one of the most active meetup groups in the world.
Have you been looking for a place to network with other creative real estate investors and to learn from different creative real estate professionals? Well then, the Creative Real Estate Lunch Club is the place to be. They meet every single Thursday in Denver. This goes from noon to 2. We'll leave the links down into today's show notes. So if this is your true passion, I'll see you there.
It's time for the Creative Real Estate Podcast, your source for out-of-the-box real estate investing strategies, brought to you by realbluespruce.com.
And we're back to the Creative Real Estate Podcast. Welcome, welcome. It's good to have you guys. Hey, your true growth comes when you push past your comfort zones, right? The real true growth is going to come when you push past any barriers that you have, which are usually just the comfort level. So once you kind of push a little bit past that, you're going to be able to grow the most. And I actually took a poll at my meetup groups and asked a whole bunch of people, are they planning to move into multifamily? And almost unanimously, nearly every single person there, except for one person in title who isn't even an investor, almost every single person said it was their ultimate goal. Multifamily was their ultimate goal, but they had reasons of waiting. And I'll talk a little bit about that. Most of them said that they want to do it, they plan to do it, but they're definitely going to do it within the next 3 to 5 years. Only some of them said that it would happen in the next 1 or 2. And there was actually just 2 people that said that they were going to be getting started this year within the first 6 months from today. So a couple real big action takers, right? The reason that most of those people, I was going to tell you, those people that said that they plan to do it, but they're going to wait 3 to 5 years, they said, don't worry, it's only because I don't have enough time right now. I'm about to have time, and then I'll get started. Some of them said, I don't have money right now, so I'm about to get started. A lack of time, lack of money. And the other big one was lack of knowledge. So I'd venture to guess that there's a good chance that if we took this same poll with the same group of people, a lot of them would still be saying 3 to 5 years. So if we waited 3 to 5 years and asked them all again, there's a lot of them that just might not feel like they're ready. They might not feel like they're in the right position. They might not have enough money. But what I'm talking about today is that you don't really have to have time. You don't really have to have money. You don't really have to have knowledge. There are ways around it. So, the Creative Real Estate Podcast, the main thing that we're trying to share with everybody is regardless, whatever path you're taking, there's always a way to go through it, around it, over it, under it, or just blow the dang sucker up, right? So today I hope to inspire you to get bigger and faster, to grow a little bit bigger, a little bit faster, past your comfort zone. Because as I've been involved with the syndication world over the last year or so, I've been talking to a lot of other syndicators, and I need you to write this down. If there's any way for you to just ingrain this into your memory, there is one thing that almost every single person says, I say it as well, is that I wish that I gotten started sooner. So of all people that are right now buying hundreds of doors at a time, the one thing that they're saying is, I really, really wish that I would have gotten started in this business sooner. Knowing how it's working out now, I could have been a lot farther ahead if I would have, gotten over my fears a little bit earlier. Just leave one other thing with you on that, is that the stars are aligned today, just as much as they are any day in the future. There's always going to be obstacles. There's going to be obstacles right now that make you think 3 to 5 years. And if you wait 3 to 5 years, there's still going to be obstacles. But just remember this one thing. If you start now, you'll be retired in 1 to 3 years. If you wait 3 years, you've got that entire time that you could have been retired to start. So today I'm going to give you a few ways that you can be able to start right now, but it's not without breaking past your comfort barrier. Before I share that with you, I want to pause and thank you for being a loyal listener. Thanks for listening into the podcast. I've had several 5-star ratings come in, and I'd like to read one of them right now. This one is from James B303. James B303. The title is Fantastic Guests, Questions, and ... Can't really see the rest. But in the body, he says, I really learn a lot from the creative strategies presented by the hosts and guests in each episode. The 30+ or minute shows are quick to digest without having to take breaks and revisit, like some larger podcasts with a lot of fluff. My thanks and compliments to the Creative Real Estate Podcast team. James B. 303, hey, if you want a free gift, James B. 303, take a screenshot of that 5-star rating, email it to me at adam@realbluespruce.com, and I'll get you a free gift, either one of our Happiness is Passive Cash Flow mugs, shirts, or I'll give you my book to starting your own meetup group. And that stuff goes for anyone else listening. If you want to leave a 5-star rating, we'll be very, very grateful for that. So go ahead and do that and take a screenshot of it and email it to me. You've got my email. It's adam@realbluespruce, like the tree.com. All right. There are 4 paths that you could take, and you can mix them up a little, but there's 4 main paths that you can take to get from where you are today into a multifamily syndicator doing hundreds of doors. Number 1 is the School of Hard Knocks. Pretty obvious. The School of Hard Knocks is there for anybody to learn. And eventually, if you do that, you might lose a little bit. You might have some hard times, but I think that you'll end up winning. Okay. So it's a possible way to do it. It's just to go right in, dive right in. Second way is education. So if you go to a formal education, take a course with any one of these gurus out there, that would be a great way to learn. But you're still going to be thrown to the wolves, and you're going to need to keep them on your Rolodex and talk to them quite a bit to make sure that you're doing things right. Either way, like before you do your first or second deal, you still might feel slightly uneasy, even with that education, but it helps a lot to have that mentor to bounce things off of. The third way that I was going to suggest, and I like this way a lot, it's not my path. My path is the education, but number 3 is going passive, okay? Starting off passive, just knowing where you want to be. You've got maybe, let's just say you have $250,000 in the bank, and maybe half of that is in your IRA and stocks and whatever. You can pull this money out, whether it's cash or in your 401k. You are able to actually invest in other people's deals. You might be able to invest, if you had 250, that might be about 5 deals. If you're averaging 50 grand a deal, some are smaller, some are bigger, but if you can average about 50 grand, here's a great thing. Let's just say you went in 5 different people's deals. So you've got all of the risk very much spread around, all the reward very much spread around, and you're going to be able to learn from a lot of different sponsors. Now, the sponsor is the person actually signing on the loan. So you'll be able to learn, how does this company or this person, report back to me? What are the things important there? What was he looking for? How does he do his numbers? How often does he pay? Is he easy to communicate with or not? And with that type of education of you being passive in multiple people's deals, you're going to learn a ton when it comes to finding out exactly the best way that you want to do it when you become your own syndicator, your own sponsor. Number 4 is partnering up, and there's so many ways to partner up. So let's just say that other syndicators are already doing things. Maybe you could underwrite deals for them. Maybe you could find them deals, acquisitions, be able to pull in something that's great that'll work for them. Maybe you can round up some funds, right? You could go out and you could find your investors to invest in the deals, and you just partner up that way. And there's a ton more ways to partner up. So we won't go too far into detail right now on that, but there's a lot of ways that you could just partner up and add value to a company that's already doing big, big things. And that way you can learn and grow with them by doing something that you're really, really good at and letting them do the things that they're really, really good at. So anyway, I just wanted to leave those tips with you. Go bigger and faster. Everybody that's doing this today says that they wish they gotten started sooner. Most people, maybe including you, says you're going to get started in 3 to 5 years. But if I wait 2 years, you might say the same thing. So instead, just get out of the comfort zone. I don't know if you all know Michael Blanc. He's another syndicator. He's been on the show, and he talks about the law of the first deal. He's actually interviewed hundreds of people, and every single person that comes on from the day that they do their first deal till the day that they're totally retired is usually between 1 and 2 years. So I say to you, if you're wanting to wait 3 to 5 years just to get started, why not get started today and be retired in 1 to 2? Thanks again for listening to the show. Please go to iTunes right now and leave a 5-star rating. Until next time, guys, think outside the box.
Adam Adams has one of the most active meetup groups in the world. I've personally been to one of his meetups, and Adam packed that house with over 80 investors at lunch and another 60 on the waiting list. Find out the exact 6 things he did to create one of the top meetups on the planet by texting the word meetup to 555-888. Text meetup to 555-888.